Alright guys, let's see what the heck going on. Got the key. Got my jumper cables hooked up. I didn't hear that fuel. Guys, look at this gas gauge. Now, he said he put 7 gallons of gas in there. You see it? That's empty.
It says low fuel.
Alright, let's crank it and see what we got here. I do not hear the fuel pump. Guys, I always tell you, always listen to the customer. Because they did say, as long as they're spraying it, it does start. It does stay running. So, alright, so we know we got spark and all that because it wouldn't start. So the first thing we're going to do, guys, is the easiest thing. Let's go check the fuses. Now, when you check the fuses, you want to make sure the key is in the on position on this. Don't do it with the key off. It's not going to work. You have to do it with the key on. Alright, so we're going to stick this key in there, get our power probe hooked up, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, it looks like somebody had the cover up already. Let's take this off. Now, the fuse...
How do we know it wasn't you?
I don't get down like that.
I don't know what that means.
They know. Alright guys, the fuse to this one is a 20 amp fuse. It's this one right here. Starting from here, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, number 5. You want to check each side. Alright, so we know our fuse is good. Alright, the next thing we're going to do is, now, the fuse does go to the relay, and then the relay feeds the inertia switch. So before we go, try to figure out, because this Ford and their crazy things, the only thing they do is give you numbers. They don't tell you what the heck it is. By the way, the fuse to this is number 10. Now, you don't hold it like this. It's so stupid. I don't know what they're wrong for. You got to turn it over. So these fuses are like that. So then you got to say, okay, number 10 is right there. Then you're going to see it's that one right there, the 20 amp fuse. It's kind of stupid. I don't know what the heck wrong with them. But let's go check the inertia switch, guys. We'll be right back. All right, guys, it definitely looked like somebody been checking this out. Your inertia switch is located over here under this panel. You just pull this kick panel right out of here. And actually on the side of it, you can see it's got your air suspension switch, and it has your fuel reset. So what I'm going to do is get out the way, and Sylvia's going to go in there and show you where it's at.
I don't even know where it's at. How am I going to show them? No. What am I? Oh.
Let me see if I can put my hand on it. Yeah, right here.
That's it? Okay.
Yep, and then there's a button right on top that when the car is hit or something...
Why are you yelling at us?
It'll trigger this button, and then you got to reset it and push that button down. So now we got 2 wires coming from there. You see those 2 wires?
Yes.
One is a pink with a black, and that one's going back to the fuel pump. And the other one is coming from the relay. Now with the key on, I should have... Well, actually, no I shouldn't. I got to... What I'm going to have to do is, because once you put your key on, it energizes the fuel pump, but it only for a few seconds. So now if I check power there, it's not going to happen. So what I got to do is shut the key off, get my power probe hooked up to it, or your test light, put the key on. Once you put that key on, that thing should light up for a few seconds. So let me get set up, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, what I got is got my little test lead wire hooked onto it. It's got it pierced into that pink with black. You want to do the pink with black. This is going to test the inertia switch at the same time. So once you got that hooked up, on the other side, it's got an alligator clip. All right, now you can come out here. Now what I'm going to do is take my test light, hook it up. What the heck? Why did it say 6.4 volts? I don't know. Anyway, now let's stick this right there like this. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here and shut the key off. And when I put that key on, this thing should beep. I don't know if you can see the voltage in there. See 6.4? That should go to 12. Alright, so I'm going to shut the key off. What did it do?
0.
Alright, now when I put it on, it should cut on for a few seconds at 12 volts and then go out.
Yeah.
Alright, so check that out, guys. We just checked the fuel pump relay. Now we know that there's power going back to the pump. Now you want to verify that. Don't go nowhere, you're going to stay where you're there.
I want to show you.
Oh, now what I'm going to do now is start cranking it. When I start cranking it, now I'm going to start getting the 12 volts there. So let's crank it. And
I got to go back to it.
Yep, let's crank it and watch what happens. See that? So that means I am getting power.
Wait, it didn't go to 12.
What do you go to?
8.
8?
You want to do it one more time to check?
You know, let me start the truck up because I got a jump on it. It did crank to good though, but that should have went to 12. Let's try it again.
Now, when you first put it on, it went to 12, but then when you were cranking it, it dropped.
It still should have been. Let me start the truck up. Be right back, guys. All right, guys, we got the truck running. Now, I just thought about it. We could be losing a little voltage.
That's our truck. That might be confusing.
Huh?
You said we got
we got our truck running. We could be losing a little voltage because we're losing that little thin wire. Let's try it and see. Try it one more time. 9. Yeah, it's using the wire because of that. All right, so we know we got power going back there so far. Now what we're going to do is check for ground. We got to see if this pump has ground. So we're going to look up a wiring diagram and see where's the ground to that. Actually, you know what we're going to do, guys? I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to shut the truck off. We're going to activate the fuel pump. Now we ain't got it. We're going to activate the fuel pump from here and see if we hear it come on. Be right back. All right, guys, this is what I like about the power probe. With the power probe, you got a button here. If you push that button forward, that tip now is 12 volts. You push it backwards, it is now ground. Now what we're going to do is hook this up. Now when I push this forward, be very quiet. We should be able to hear that pump. Thank you.
Are you hunting for rabbits?
Yeah, you got push the button forward and we're going to see if we can hear the fuel pump. All right. Nothing. All right, guys, let's check the ground for this. And it could be maybe when they hooked it up back there, maybe the wire came loose or something. I don't know. We're going to have to look at all that. But let's check for ground. We'll be right back. All right, guys, before we start, safety is the utmost important. I got the left side jacked up. I got my jack stand right there. Definitely want to have your jack stand. And I'm leaving my hydraulic jack there as added security. Now, I got this tie off because it'll be easy for you to see this. Now, you don't have to do this. Take the tie off, but I need to do this so you can see. First of all, let's what the deuce? All right, look at this, guys. First of all, they put the main hose on. You see, they didn't put the clamp on. They said, forget that. Need no clamp. Second of all, this is the strap that holds this tank up. They didn't put that bolt in. I don't know what the heck going on. Wait a minute, is that gas in this thing? They said they put 7 gallons in. This thing ain't got nothing. I mean, that ain't gonna feel like it's nothing. But here's the plug right here. Your new fuel pump, this is the harness going over to your fuel pump. And here's the plug right here where we can do our little test at. Now, to unplug this, you're gonna, what the heck? This thing is not even, it's not even plugged up. They didn't push this in all the way. What the? All right, let's see if this thing locks into place. Oh, it doesn't even lock in. This thing is supposed to lock in, guys. It's supposed to go a little bit more than this. There we go. Maybe it wasn't pushed in all the way because you shouldn't be able to unplug it like that. To unplug this, there's a little tab right there on top of the connector. You got to push that tab into the connector and then unplug it. You should not be able to unplug it. Like right now I can't. So push that tab down. At the same time, I guess that's why they did this. Pull it out. So they didn't even have the thing plugged up all the way. So you know what we're gonna do, guys? Let's plug this up. And here's our black wire. That's our ground. We're gonna see if we got ground in a minute. Actually, you know, guys, let me get my power probe over here. I'll be right back. Alright, guys. Now, according to the wiring diagram, the ground wire should be black, but I don't see a black here. But I do see a black over here, and I'm going to assume it's going to be this one. So what we're going to do is, let's turn this back over. So we're going to be looking at this wire right here. That's what it matches up to. 1, 2, 3. Let's get our power probe. Let's test this one right. No. Maybe I'm not making a connection. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm not touching in there. So let's get our piercing probe and, you know what, forget that. I got a better idea. I'll be right back, guys. Alright, guys, I'm gonna get my little tester, my little alligator clip test lead right here. So that way we can test inside. Okay, that one looks grounded. Well, I'm definitely gonna assume that's the ground because that's lined up with this black one. So let's plug this up. This time, make sure it's plugged up all the way. Now, which one? Pink with black, right? Dang it, maybe I should have looked for the color before I did it. Okay, right there at the bottom. Let's go into the blue. Okay, looks like it's the blue one. Hopefully I'm right. I'm gonna hook this up. Now, when I touch this, if that fuel pump's making a complete circuit, I should get a ground right now. Which I did good. Now, I'm going to put the key on for a few seconds, and this should light up red. Gotta make sure this don't touch anything. Alright. And while I'm doing that, while you're back there, you know what? The red one's going to light up, and okay. It should show voltage.
Okay.
Also, we're going to see if we hear that fuel pump come on. Maybe this thing wasn't plugged up though. Alright, here we go.
I heard it.
You heard the fuel pump?
Yeah.
Alright,
so... It didn't go red though.
Huh?
It didn't go red.
Okay, so I'm on the wrong wire then.
But I did hear the fuel pump.
So that means, okay, so the fuel pump did come on. Okay, good. Let's, you know, out of curiosity, guys, let's just go red and blue and red and black. Let's go hook up to the red one and see if it's just the red one. Maybe I got it just mixed up. This one also should be grounded. Alright, now let's put the key on now. No?
No.
But you heard the fuel pump?
I couldn't because of the cars.
Oh, okay, let's try it again.
No, I don't hear it now.
Oh, I didn't turn it on. Alright, hold on. There's a car coming.
Yeah.
Alright, here we go.
Yeah, I hear it.
You heard it?
Yeah.
So what the heck am I? Alright, let me look at these wires and make sure that I'm on to the right. Wait a minute. The second one in. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. It's gray.
For crying out loud.
What the heck, man? And I should have known. Chevy is always blue. Ford is gray. I should have known that. They say, yeah, right, Tim. You just made that up.
Gray is dull. The Ford is dull.
No, Ford is not dull.
Should have went by that. Chevy's cool.
Don't
Ford
give,
is
don't
dull.
give me that, man, Sylvia. Here you go. Let's do this again. All right.
Okay, red. 11.6.
Cool. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. All right. So, and we heard the fuel pump come in. And just like I said, guys, this look at this, man. There ain't no gas.
Fuel.
Yeah, you need some fuel. This thing ain't got no gas in it. Fix these lines and all that.
It's possible that it wasn't starting because
It wasn't plugged up all the way. So you know what? We're gonna put this tire back on. We're gonna lower this down now so I want to make sure the gas gets back to the fuel pump. Fuel pump's right about here right now. I got it jacked up.
Gas.
Yeah. And then we're gonna try it again, guys. All right. Get this all down. We'll be right back. All right, guys. Now we know the fuel pump is coming on out. The problem could be just that it wasn't plugged up. But what we're gonna do now is put up a fuel pressure gauge up here to see, do we build up fuel pressure? We know the pump is coming on. When they did this pump, they didn't do this as a whole assembly. You can get a whole assembly, or you can get just the pump. And you get just the pump, you gotta take apart the whole assembly to put the pump in. A lot of times people forget to hook up the hoses and all, and now the pump is coming on, but it's just pumping gas inside the gas tank. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna see if that's true. Right back here, now this right here is your fuel rail. There's one on this side and one on the other side. I'm on the right side of the engine right now. You follow that fuel rail back until you come up to that little, looks like a little tire valve right there. That's the Schrader valve. That's to check fuel pressure. So what I'm gonna do is take my tool, just like a bicycle thing, hook it up, twist that onto there, make sure it's nice and tight. Okay, then I'm gonna hook up my gauge. Now, when I hook this up, okay, now when I put the key on, this thing should run up to a minimum between 30 and 50 psi. When I put the key on, that's what the initializing the fuel pump. It might not do it all at the beginning because this fuel pump wasn't even pumping nowhere. So let's see what happens. First try.
About 5.
Huh?
About 5.
Alright, let's do it again.
But don't you have to release the pressure?
No, this should come right up.
Okay, it went up to 10.
Alright?
Oh, okay. 20.
20?
Yeah.
Alright, building up a little pressure now. Let's try to do it one more time.
35.
Huh?
35.
Alright, we're gonna crank it now to see what happens. Look at that, guys. Look at that. They did the fuel pump and didn't plug it up all the way. Ain't that something? Let me check this car off. We'll be right back. Alright guys, check that out. Now, we're gonna disconnect all this, put some paper towels in there so we don't, we can disconnect it from here first. Now, what we gotta do is tell the customer that, yeah, it is fixed now, but now you gotta get up under that car, put that clamp onto that feed hose, the main hose, and that strap that's broken down. That's not part of that wasn't part of our job. But it is running. Also, guys, I noticed that when it started, I looked at the gas gauge. That gas gauge didn't move nowhere. Should have just got the whole assembly.
Should put some gas in it.
Or put some gas in it. Yeah. Alright, that was it, guys.